G. LIGHTFOOT. I was born in Jamaica. I came from Jamaica, 62. Came to live in Brixton. I came to live with my dad. And I was always in Brixton, you know. Been here about 50 odd years now.
Which part of Brixton did you move in then when you first come?
When I first came, I was in Clapham North.
Okay, and when your dad was in Clapham North?
Yeah, I used to live with him at them time, you know. But I was always in Brixton.
Well, because only at the back there, innit, so people, that was like, I used to call it passages coming into Brixton, you know,
yeah.
7, 8 and Coldharbour, Brixton Road, Acre Lane, Brixton Hill. Most people would live off them and then come into Brixton during the day. Innit?
I was always in Brixton.
Yeah. And what school did you go to?
I went to Tennyson School.
Where's that?
Queenstown Road, Battersea.
Oh, is it a good school?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
What was it like?
School was a school to me.
Was there any like racism? Was it like?
Nah, I got no right. I got to know most of the guys from Battersea.
Yeah, I've got family in Battersea. What did you think of it then? Is it a quiet area compared to Brixton?
Battersea?
Yeah, I didn't know. It wasn't one of those places that caught onto me because there wasn't really a lot of black there, right?
Yeah, Battersea was alright, man.
Yeah.
But Brixton was always top dog to me anyway. Where it all happened for black people, Brixton.
So give me your earliest memory of Brixton then.
Well, as a kid growing up, I was always in Brixton, hanging around in a record shop as a kid, you know. I wasn't really a bad guy running around getting in trouble with people, you know, but I was always in the record shops, hanging around, Desmond Hip City, you know.
What made you go to the record shop then? Was it?
Well, it's just the vibes, innit? The music and thing, you know. And someone to come off the street, innit? Instead of walking around getting in trouble.
So what music was you listening to in your family's house?
Reggae.
Was it reggae?
Yeah.
So that's where you hear the music from and then you
yeah.
It there.
But I always liked Brixton.
Why? Give me an example.
Well, it reminds me of back home, innit? The vibes, the atmosphere, the way people carry on and the antics, what happens in there, you know? Yeah. It reminds me of back home in Jamaica. Them days, I don't know about now. And
give me an example of the vibes.
Well, everybody was more together and trying to help. There was a bit of argument there, don't get me wrong, it would always be there, it won't go away. But people was more together.
So, do you remember back in the day when we had the line?
Yeah.
I remember you from when Lorna was in Melting Pot.
Yeah.
Melting Pot was a big...
Yeah, it was run by Webby, innit?
Yeah,
Webby.
That was a big influence on me, you know, in the sense where it was like, there's people there that was not home, right? It was like a hostel, innit?
Yeah, it was run by Webby and them people, you know. That's where my baby mother came from.
What, from?
Melting Pot, yeah. That's where I met her.
Did she know Lorna then?
Yeah, I should think so.
Yeah, must have been it, because that's where I remember Lorna. It was 2 houses, right? There was the girls' side and the boys' side.
Yeah, but it was more girls, you know.
No.
I think there was at Brixton Hill.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Brixton Hill, one of them rode at Brixton Hill. Yeah. And then they went down to Brixton upon the line.
Yeah.
Roughton Road, somewhere in Roughton Road, there's little places around there.
That's where the Adventure Playground is now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget that, man. Kelly Road. So tell me then, so you got into music. So I came to Brixton, I grew, left. When I come back now, you was in the market. Explain to me how that happened, man.
Well, just hanging around the guy. The first record shop I think I worked in was for Desmond Hip City. Hanging around in there, you know, got friendly with the guy behind the counter.
Explain me that Desmond Hip City. What's that?
Desmond Hip City is the name of a record shop them days.
Okay.
It's in front of the Dog Star, which was called the Atlantic them days, but now it's the Dog Star. That shop in the corner, across the road.
On the corner? Or
no,
is it?
Dog Star's over there,
yeah.
Which was called Atlantic in them days.
Yeah.
Look across, that's where Desmond Hip City was.
Okay.
Record shop.
Is that where Black Art Cars used to be?
No.
I can't remember it then.
Don't you remember Desmond Hip City, man?
I can't remember it. No.
That's one of the early days record shop.
Okay, it might be a little bit before me. So go on, so you went from there?
We used to go and hang around, got a friend with the guy, you know, till I ended up behind the counter. Used to get £11 a week.
That's big money, right?
Well, them days it was, but it wasn't for the money, the excitement of the tune playing and dealing with the public, you know? And then from there I just moved on.
So what do you mean moved on? You just decided I'm gonna have my own shop?
No, I'm not lie. I work in other shops.
Okay.
You know? Then I went across the border, went over there and work in the market.
How long was you in the market for?
Oh, I spent all my life in there, man.
Because that's where I know you from, right?
Yeah, that's where I spent all my life in there.
I want you to tell people a typical day in your shop. A typical day.
What, I mean, like on a Saturday?
So you get up, you open your shop. How was your day starting?
Start wonderful for me. I look forward to it, you know, because you're playing music, you're dealing with the public, you know. It was a good vibes them days. And I used to like dealing with the public, and you meet people and get to know people, you know.
So you just find it was a friendly spot to be in then?
Oh yeah, I don't mind anyone come in the shop where I work, as long as you respect this business and look after yourself. I don't really care if you want to hang about in there. I'd rather you hang about in there than go on the street making trouble and get yourself into a problem. So that's why I get to know a lot of people.
Yeah, because you had some serious brothers used to come to your shop,
Yeah, well, I didn't
right?
mind. They come in and respect what was going on, and now we're still friends. You, for instance.
No, I was a good guy.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say, you, for instance, I get to know you through the record business.
Yeah, that's true, because I remember it was Lorna. Remember Lorna taking me down to your record shop,
Yeah,
right?
he's a little nipper there with the afro and, you know, busybody Michael. But we connect straight away.
Yeah, we got on well, man. And I remember joining the sound, but you know what?
Yeah.
I was the box boy, right? It's the lowest form.
Yeah.
But so now, tell me what makes up the sound? What's the rank, and how does it? What is it? What you define as a sound system? How does that look?
What do you mean, like the box boy?
So you have the box boy.
Yeah.
What you got in the sound? You got the box boy.
Yeah.
What? What's his job?
Just lift up the box, and you have the man that wires the sound.
Yeah. What he was called what would we call him? The wire man, isn't it?
Yeah.
And his job is to what?
But the man who does the box, he can wire the sound as well also, if he wants to, you know?
Yeah. Explain what wire the sound means.
You run the lead across the room or wherever it is, from the end into the back of the speaker, onto the amp, and things like that.
And then the amp, what was that for?
The amp is where everything's like the brains.
Yeah.
It's sending messages out into the box, into the music box, isn't it? Into the speakers.
And what else you have with the amp?
You got the mid-range and the top section.
And that does what?
You have the bass, you know, and you have the middle, and you have the tops. The tops make it sound
So
sweet.
the bass is for bass.
Yeah, the bass is the big boxes.
Yeah, and that'll be about what? Average bass.
15-inch speakers,
Big speaker.
18-inch.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
we're talking like that, right?
Yeah, but people used to use 18-inch.
And then what kind of wood? How would they build? It's homemade boxes.
Yeah, obviously. Come on, you're gonna get any bloody garage in place.
I remember there was one. What was your box called? I remember it took more than like 2 men to carry on your boxes, right? At least. What did you have? How many boxes did you have again? I can't remember.
When we started out, we didn't have much, you know, Michael.
So explain it to me then.
When we first started, we had a little short box, a little short box. We used to call it Tumpy. A little black short box, made out of bloody like wood, when it raised it bloody soak.
And
Chipboard.
Did it thump?
Yeah, he plays, man. Don't get me wrong, that box, you know.
And then from thumping, now what happened after that?
We started getting dates and build up the sound, you know.
Yeah.
Well, how the sound started, a little guy came over. I used to work for Soprano B, back in them.
Who's Soprano B?
It's a sound system from Brixton, you know Soprano B,
No,
man.
no, but I want you to. I know they are, but there's people going to be watching. They're not going to know.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I'm just pushing it a little
then
bit.
I was working at Soprano B.
Yeah.
And a little guy named Barry came in and said, George, you know, I want to build a sound. So I said, yeah, I'll give you a hand, build a sound, no big thing. And I give him a hand. I was intent to give him a hand, build it, but I got involved in it. Because I liked the idea. And that's how the sound started.
And so what was the first gig you did with that sound?
The first place we played was a lady who spoke to you, who lived at Nightingale.
Yeah.
I call her Glasses, but I don't even know her name, but I call her Glasses. That lady is the first woman house I played at Nightingale House. I clapped myself. It's the first place I started to play. When we started out, we never had much, Michael.
Well, you never do you? You're definitely going to have a deck. You're going to have the turntable.
Well,
right?
yeah, obviously we need that, and you know, the only thing we used to have mainly is record, because I used to work in a record shop. So when a good tune come in, I take one, put in the box. You know, that's the only thing we had really. Always guarantee record was there. And we used to have the little pizza, just knock them in the girl bloody wood. They even couldn't afford even a top box.
A top box is what?
You know, a little box made out of wood. You put the pizzas in, you know, the pizza box.
The little speakers.
Yeah, the tweeters.
Yeah, I remember it.
We call them tweeters. They put them in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
box. We couldn't even really make one of them up. We just cut it in the corner.
I remember watching Babylon, right?
Yeah.
And the guy goes, I know I can get a bar speaker. And he went to to the dinner school, the school,
Yeah.
and he ripped it off the wall. And it just reminded me back in the day where, you know, anything man would use, if it was there.
Yeah, yes, use anything you have, man. Use anything you have, man. You know, fussy like no idea. You know, what's there, you just deal with it and get on with it. You know?
So you did your first gig, and then what happened after that then?
From then we start getting dates. Police player Bang over there, near the police station for a guy named John. That was a youth club.
Yeah.
Them days when they had youth, the guy named John used to own it. And he knew the guy who used to work, knew a guy named Harris, so we got friendly through that, we got the date.
Yeah.
And we started getting bookings in Brixton, you know?
And then what you're saying then, you put the money back into the sound to get more boxes, right?
Yeah, well, we build it up, innit? That's the whole idea, innit?
And what is the idea? Finally, what does a full sound system should it look like? How many boxes should a man
Should have world per box, man, and his sound heavy, you know?
Yeah, so you're talking about, we're hitting it what, across the wall?
Yeah.
Who's got the biggest? Who had the biggest? Who did we have? Coxon was.
Coxon, Shaka.
Shaka.
And the man have world Shaka.
Remember his boxes, man, like a whole wall.
Yeah.
The whole place is shaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shaka used to have world per box, man. Them serious sound that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did I see him? I see him at some festival. He was playing up till like 2010.
Yeah. You see the guy who played the sound where I used to be in? Andrew?
Yeah.
Ricky Rankin called him Wild Animal. He used to turn the knob and make Ricky feel good. So Ricky, I remember in the dance, Ricky used to say, Wild Animal. That's how he got the name, to Ricky Rankin. Yeah. Yeah.
So talk to me about the MCs, man. How does that work? That whole concept, how does that fit in with the sound system?
Well, I think they get inspired from the man from the Jamaicas. Obviously, got to be inspired from Jamaica, the DJ. So you catch over here too, you know? You used to have DJ like Ricky Rankin, Daddy Arsman. You have world per DJ them days.
Yeah.
Whole heap.
You did have a lot.
Yeah.
You could go to a dance and be fully entertained.
Yeah, man.
It's like a concert. Like on a small scale, you go in someone's house and you just see man lining up around the speaker box.
Listen, dancing them days to me, Michael, was fun to be compared to now. Because people used to go out to have fun. You have that little hard skirmish, don't get me wrong, it was always there, but it could have been controlled and squashed out in no time. You know, but now, these youth ain't having fun. They're just killing off their one another for what?
I remember my sister, she said, yeah, can I just come back from country, right? She said, yeah, we're going out tonight, man, so make sure you come round, you know, we're going to take you out, we're going nice lookers in Lloyd.
Yeah, it was fun them days, man.
It was good. But I grew up in the countryside, so when you told me there's a party, I get dressed at 9 o'clock, I turn up at the people's house at 10, no, at 7 o'clock, and we go to a party at a reasonable time and come on back 12, right? No. My sister said, come round. So I went round at 9. She goes, you're a bit early, right? And then she wouldn't get dressed till 1 o'clock. So you start your dance. Just what's the day when you're going to have a dance? You take your van to the venue. What time do you normally get there?
Well, you got to get there early. You know, get the, especially if you play with two sound. You get there early and try and get the best spots.
Yeah.
Because it's very important to me to get the best spot to set up your sound.
What is the best spot? What would you
reckon? Well, in the corners and things like that, you know?
Yeah.
And because to me, it sounds better if it's in the corner or set up proper. So we get there in time. And
so you got the corner, and then what, you put the boxes in a certain way, so it's all around you and pumping out, right?
Yeah, it sound proper, and we test it out. Because you don't want to set the sound, and when it come people, you know, you think professional, man, and done.
Yeah. So that'd be a few of you, and then what, you set it all up, and then we'll start the dance about what time?
Well, about 10, 11, 12. When they done set up, just start the dance.
And then what time can you finish?
Well, we used to go home in the morning, man.
About what time? About 8, 9?
I never used to get home from a dance till 10 o'clock in the morning. Sun shine like this. Smell people fry them chicken and rice and peas and be all chicken or cook and, you know, just to go home.
And you know what? Now you just hit something on the head there. That is a typical weekend, right? You go out, you're out all night, right? And all of a sudden, on a Sunday, that's when you smell the dinner and that.
Yeah, smell dinner cook, man. When I go home, I smell dinner cook.
You know, rice and peas is bubbling, you know, newspaper, and you just relax. You might even go out though in the afternoon, in the evening. Like, where would we go? What other place would we go on a Sunday? What was the place in Battersea?
Oh, that Battersea complex, was it?
Was it the Providence?
Providence House.
We might flip that in the evening,
you know,
and have an early finish. But generally, that's what I always remember.
Yeah.
And dressing up. And, you know, to kill me as well. Do you remember your foot would swell up and all your shoe, your shoe would be bunning you, and you think, I just want to go home now, you know. But the dance is still going on.
Yeah,
no one wants to leave. You say, all right.
Dancing there was fun, Michael. It was really good to, you know, to mix with people. People was real, you know. Yeah, well, music was very important them days, man. And music would always be important to people's life. People used to come in and buy a tune playing, and they come in and buy it, and you build up a client as time go on, you know, things like that. Yeah, it was important to have a record shop them days. It was good fun having a record shop them days, and you get to know people. You know, it was a good atmosphere in them days.
It was all part of the fabric, right?
Yeah.
You know, because it just, like you're saying, it was part of all our lives, right? All of us either followed the sound or liked a record or genre of music, but there's only a few places we can all go to, right? And yours was one of them. Yeah, well, a lot of kids just hang out where you hang around, play my music. They hang around, I don't mind. And I still get to know them. We still see each other and we talk along the way. So you having a record shop, you get to know people and you get along with people. Some of them is big men and women now. We still see each other and say hello, good morning. So having a record shop was like a community thing, if you understand what I'm trying to say. You come there, hang out, listen to a tune. Sometimes a man pass you, snap in there, I linger, hear a tune I play. You end up buying it. You understand? So me personally don't really mind a man hanging around where we used to work. As long as he respect what I'm doing and behave himself. I don't really mind. You could stay all day with me for like a. You understand? And they would as well. Eat food, get a dinner delivered, share dinner. Yeah, and then we used to become friends, we share food, and it was like a family thing being in the record shop them days. People was together. We're trying to get it together. Not like now. Kids ain't got nowhere to go. I'm not dissing them. They got no future.
Why is that record shop not in the market anymore?
Well, the people who have the record shop move on, and time change. You got to change with it, innit? And then you got this CD business come in, change up the business, innit? That's why record shop don't exist anymore, because of CD. Look on CD, put big record shop out of business, innit? So Smooth Man decided to go, call it a day. But vinyl was better. Vinyl is better than CD. That's a real deal you did get in there, love. You know? Because sometimes I go in Black and Dread shop, right? Like, that's the last of the shops now. I don't think, apart from Mark in the arcade, he was the last kind of shop where you could be in there, all of a sudden an artist would come through the door. No, right? You have Super 2 up here, Kalina now. They should do it as well, yeah. He's the last shop in Brixton itself. Is he still there, Super Tom? As far as I could know, he's still there, man. He's the last shop in the business. So who used to come in your shop? Anyone famous? What artists has passed by? It's a world guy coming in, man. Michael Prophet. I'm sure Billy Boyle come. Did Billy Boyle come? Yeah, because Harris, you know Mr. Harris? Yes. He used to know certain guys in the record business, and they used to come and visit him. Okay. You know? Yeah, a few artists passed through. Okay. You know? There we go. Brother man, thank you. You know, I'm really glad that you come today, right? Because like I said, I've been doing a lot of work recently, right? And when they talk about Brixton, I always say there's a hidden voice that people don't really know about. Nah, man, Brixton, a good place to live, man. What does it mean to belong in Brixton? To belong in Brixton? Yeah. To call yourself a Brixtonian. To me, to be a Brixtonian, it's proud to be where you are. I'm proud to be a Brixton guy. Because from I left Jamaica, I don't go nowhere else but Brixton. Me personally, is a born Brixtonian. From I come from Jamaica, I don't live nowhere else but Brixton. And again, why? Because it's just in my home. This is where I come, this is where I end up, and this is where me like. You know? Even though it's got the reputation that people talk about, and there's guns, and there's violence, and there's drugs, and there's noise, and there's sirens, and there's riots, there's all these other things. Listen, you're Michael, still saying you love Brixton. Michael, them thing all over the place here, sir. Violence is everywhere in the world. And everywhere you go in the world, corrupt. It's all you want to live with, it's all you want to make life, and all you want to live with people. You understand? Just get on with life and mind your own business. When it concern you, don't concern you.
Don't concern.
Simple, and get on with the life.
That's the only thing I say about Brixton. You could be what you want to be.
Just be what you want to be.
You know, if you want to be a bad man, so be it.
If I want to do him thing low, make him do him, I do. I feel business that.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with me. Each one to them own.
And I don't know what it is. I've left. But I don't know how many times I've left.
Well, been a leave, brother.
I've left. I've been kicked out. I've come back. I go again. I just don't know what it is. It's just, no matter where I go in London, it doesn't have the same
Listen,
feel.
as long as I pay my rent, I stay in Brixton. Simple as that. We live at Summer Lake now. As long as I pay my rent, I'll be staying in Brixton, mate.
How long have you been at Summer Lake now?
I've been there over 30 odd years.
Yeah, I love Summer Lake.
You know?
Didn't it actually have old houses along that road?
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah, that used to be where the front line starts.
Yeah, from there.
Summer Lake Road.
And
where
then
they're
go
building
up to the Summer Lake Passage.
Yeah, that used to be the front line back in the days.
Do you know, that's the only place I know, literally, where the train goes over my head.
Yeah, that used to be the...
It's literally, it's there. It's the only place in England that I know that does that.
Back in the day, that used to be the front line. Front line start there.
Yeah.
And then move it to Railtown Road.
Oh, so Frontline was originally Summer Lake?
No, man, front line start at Summer Lake Road.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Early days before my time and yours. And then they move up to Railtown Road.
Oh.
Because they used to have houses along Summer Lake Road. I
remember the houses, yeah.
Yeah, that's where front line used to be.
Didn't realise that was the front line.
You
I've
see
always known front lines, bro.
This is Bonnie. We used to be at the first party.
Yeah.
You know? From Jamaica. Along there, we used to sell party along there. And certain things go on, certain little antics.
You see, this is what makes Brixton special, because you just hit it there. Certain places would have food going on.
Yeah, man.
Pots would be cooking in people's houses and shebeens and gambling houses. You had a sense of little Jamaica going on.
Well, that's what I'm saying earlier on. It's like Jamaica, the vibes. Them days are like it Jamaica.
Yes, it really was like Jamaica.
And the way the people them carry on and behave, you think it's Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's why we used to call it Little Jamaica.
Yeah, it's true. And that's why I think that's the beauty of Brixton.
Well, I mean, people are bad about Brixton, change Brixton. It's been a business, brethren. Me love Brixton, I'm just get on with my life and do what I have to do. Brixton love with me Brixton. You could change it 10 times over, I don't business. Brixton will be Brixton to me. Because it's where I end up. You understand?
Perfect.
It's where I end up. So, who wants to say Brixton is this and the man and took a Brixton? Full argument. Right? Because Brixton was there for the taking, Michael.
It was. And we never take it.
It was there for the taking, but man don't want to take it.
No, they didn't take it.
Take it when they go buy big champagne and cracks and all that little nastiness and go on with. And then when the white man come in now,
English
come in and take over now and make the place improve, the place, my ball boat man take a place. But no one hear them food arguments in my ears. Come there long enough to know some man had money in this town here and could put it together in one pot and buy bricks and build it up. But no, the selfishness. One up and make a chain. Now you see them in a bookie, send up a big pound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some of it's sad. It's sad what's happened.
Well, a lot of them never knows the time would have changed.
Well, no, they never, I don't think, yeah, maybe that's what we were saying. They was too comfortable. We was all comfortable, right? I don't think they're saying, I don't think no one think anything was going to change whatsoever.
Yeah, they never think the time would change.
But it's changed, man.
It changed fun and rapid.
Yeah, I can tell by the skyline.
You know, man get all money, pay the youth them, take it and run, we go Africa with it. All them little foolishness them go on with it, you know?
So let's have a little recap. Brixton, little Jamaica.
Yeah.
The market, how would we describe that?
The market not really like how it used to be, Michael.
But we're talking back then, how was it then?
Back then it was like a dance, ramming the man. And I sat there. We used to wake up to my bed as a youth. That's before me used to go in a record shop and work. I slept among the record shop. And just stand up and watch woman and watch what go on atmosphere. It was buzzing, man.
It was buzzing.
Compared to now.
It was buzzing.
Ram, you know?
I think, maybe it's because I'm thinking, oh, because you're a kid. It just felt ram. But for me, Brixton Market felt busy.
It was busy,
You know
Market,
what I mean?
compared to now.
I go in there and for me, it was a playground, right? As a boy growing up. So I felt very comfortable in my skin, my colour, my being, right? I could be me, Michael, whatever. And I don't think I could get that in other places where, you know, I could go into a period. I think I'd have to fight to be myself. Whereas in Brixton, I never had that problem. I probably had a fight to not be myself. That makes sense, because it's like it's thrown on me. You're black and you got to be this way. But like I say, no, it has changed a lot. So the market used to be nice. All the culture.
Yeah.
Where were all those people coming from?
They come from all over, darling, all over. Shopping, 'cause Brixton was the place to be. Them days, it was the place to be, you know. Shopping and everything. You get your yam and your banana and your things, and you get your food cheap, and you know. Plus you meet people along the way. You know, it was good them days.
Well, Kevin, the guy runs the Green Man with me. He thought he actually apologised when he said to me, "I didn't get you Brixton, but I got you a place called the Green Man." And I looked at him and I said, "That is Brixton."
That is still Brixton.
So he goes, no, it's Loughborough Junction. So I said,
no, man, it's still Brixton.
It's Brixton. I said, it's just that you got the centre, which is the market.
Yeah, that's the centre.
That's the centre where we all gather, right?
Yeah.
But I said, but off it, you've got Loughborough, you've got
it's still Brixton
Vassar
way there,
Road,
man.
we've got Acre Lane, we've got Brixton Hill, and that's where Coldharbour Road. So
yeah, Brixton a nice place, man. It's a nice place to live, darling.
man.
Since I from Jamaica, as I said earlier on, I've lived there all my life and I got no regret. It's a good place to be, regardless people complain it changes, this and that.
I just want to close it on one thing. So explain to everybody about the cups you lot won.
Oh yeah, MG. You was a DJ. You used to have your cousin Lana G, Ricky Rankin. There was our two made a DJ, and they used to win the cup. You used to have man of vote.
What was the cup called again?
DJ.
The DJ cup, innit?
Yeah, something like that.
Who be in it? So let's have a look. You got Smiley Coat. No, yeah, the Tipper Irie.
Tipper Irie.
Yeah, Champion.
Who
else is there? Peter Levy. Who is the boy from not Saxon? Is it Saxon?
General Levy.
General Levy. I used to love him, you know. I think he's what I like about them people is, I've been saying to people, is there's chatters and then there's wordsmiths, right? And then there's poets, right? So you've got man that chat, and then they just chat, you know. But they're more MC, right?
Yeah.
They're more MC. They're just there to bubble it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you would get someone like Ricky would come on and just move everyone out the way.
Yeah, man, Ricky a bad DJ, man.
What? Is that the right word for him, though? Because he's
Ricky?
a poet, isn't he?
Ricky?
Yeah, he's not. He's a wordsmith, right? Rather than, I know you're saying DJ. I'm trying to people in the British culture. If you say DJ, you know what they think of? They think of a man that puts a record on.
No, man. Well, we as black knows as DJ.
Yeah, which is what we call a rapper today, or an MC artist, right?
But to me, Ricky come from the man that like. Where the name again from Jamaica?
Leroy. He was for me, Ricky just after Big U and them man there, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
They started to chat, right? And then, but for me, Ricky he had lyrics for me. You know what I mean? He told his story, right? So I could listen to him all day. All them man, the Tipper. When the man
to me, Ricky Hyder was Brigadier Gerald. The Brigadier General.
Yes.
And Josie Will and all them man was Ricky Heigl. Because if you ever hear Ricky DJ.
It's similar that style there?
Yeah, I come off of them man, the vibes. You used to listen to them on the tape as a youth.
Explain the tape.
You used to listen to them on the tape from Jamaica and copy the word out of the chat. At one time, when Ricky attacked me, you think is the man that play?
Because he was smooth.
What do you, man? Ricky? To me, I've never met, not because he used to be on my sound, I'm saying Ricky, to me, is one of the best DJ England ever had.
Yeah.
Him and Daddy Ass, man.
Yeah.
Not in the whole wide world, you know. But I mean in Brixton.
Yeah, he's the people's champion.
What do you, man?
And then the other day, you know, I put my auntie on YouTube.
And Lana G, terrible too. Don't get me wrong. I think she was the first woman DJ.
Yeah, she was the first woman DJ.
You know?
And you know, she didn't tell me she was a DJ. She just took me out one night to a dance. And I heard someone call someone's name, and I just thought, I'm looking around, and I see her step up to the mic. I'm like, Luna, I remember, Luna, come off, man. They're come off, man, behave yourself. And she kind of looked at me, and then she opened her mouth. I was like, who is this woman? It's like another person.
Yeah.
She was bad, man.
I think Luna G start with where I started.
Yeah, she
you know?
did. I'll put it down as the man is the pioneer to what we see today.
Yeah, Ricky Williams, Daddy Assman and the man, the good man, as DJ.
I would tell man this, Stormzy can't stick, not even Stormzy could stick next to Ricky, I don't think.
No, Ricky good, man. Then when they were in the record shop, or they was keep the dance at Brixton Town, because them DJs used to keep enough dance in Brixton Town.
Yeah.
And the man showed me the leaflet. I never went because I thought the record shop next morning.
Yeah.
I must read the bill and look on the bill. Mr. Ricky got tear that down, man.
Yeah, Roots Maneuver, they love him.
But just look on the paper and see who's up on the bill. I forget who's up on the bill. Mr. Ricky got mashed that down, no problem.
Man,
And then next time we get result, Ricky tear it down.
Yeah, and he did a funny thing for me, right? So, I don't know where I was out somewhere, and Ricky goes, so I go on mic here. I said, not much, and I've just come from the library. He goes, have a look about the library and all.
Yeah.
I said, what? So I'm start busting this lyric coming about the library. So I was like, come on, man. How can a man have a lyric about the library? So he goes, what do you do next? So anyway, I got on the bus. He goes, I have a lyric about the bus. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, lyric? Ricky, how many lyrics you got? The man said he's got 100 books.
Yeah.
100 books.
And Tipperary learn off of Ricky.
Yeah.
Because one stage, Tipperary used to sound like Ricky Rankin. To me, anyway, he used to sound like Ricky.
Yeah, then it's somewhere along the line it changed. I don't
You know?
It was after Cockney Translator. I think he did Cockney Translator. And then you had Smiley Culture.
Yeah.
And then you had General Levy. And then, yeah. And not many girls came after that, women.
No.
Ever came through, but she wasn't really the same as Lorna. But, yeah.
And I told the DJ, you know, what all the DJ them, now send me a look in the fame. I ain't a fortune. What all the DJ them, the only one person I can remember that give me recognition in the business is your cousin Lana G. Never forget that. You understand?
It's always been like that, though.
Because enough people start from my corner, and I'm going to tell the people where them start from. I'm not looking at prayers and a pat on the back. I glad I could help. Simple.
That's what I'm saying about your record shop.
You know?
It's an important spot because a lot of people who come through there go on to do other things.
Yeah,
right?
I'm glad I could help.
And you was part of that,
Yeah.
of saying, you know, whether it's giving them a tune or just being there for them to come and be there, you understand me, or get an intro. That's what's so important about your shop and shops like your shop. Right?
Yeah, I'm glad I could help.
Yeah.
And your cousin Lana G, I can remember, I'm not that daft, was the only one that when she went to New York, she made it big and went to New York, give me a mention in the paper.
She's always been
And tell
like
people
that.
where she start from.
She's always been like that.
Never forget that day. She's the only person I can remember that said, boy, I started with George. In the paper, I was reading the paper, looking in the paper and see it, and she gave me a mention.
Yeah, she's always been like that. That's Lorna.
You know?
Man.
That's good enough for me. That make me feel good to say, well, I did something for somebody, and they appreciate what I did for them.
And that's the key, right? It's the thing that...
That's what it's all about.
One is better than none.
Yeah.
Right? And then some people are not even helping anyone.
It's not about the money and the pat in the back.
No.
I've done something for somebody and start somebody off into a career, into life, and they recognize what I was doing for them. Thank you. That's good enough.
And yeah, it's important, man.
That thank you is a very important word, you know, Mikey.
Of course.
It goes a long way, you know.
Of course.
It goes a long way when you say thank you very much.
My mum used to teach me that, man. She told me 4 things. She said, say thank you.
It doesn't cost
say
nothing.
Please, keep my shoes healed. That's what she used to tell me.
Doesn't
Keep them
cost
healed.
nothing to say thank you very much. You
Not at
know?
all. And so that's what I'm saying. I think that corner and that bit for me, you can manifest what you want to manifest. If you want something negative to come out of it, it will happen, right? Because all sorts of people pass through there.
Yeah.
And that kind of like a respect for you, right? As
Yeah.
As the linchpin for that going on.
Even
right?
up to this day, I still see people and we get all together.
Yeah.
We still sit down and we hug them and we talk with them and tell them thanks for the support. We still see them up to this day.
Yeah.
You know? I can remember one day I was walking along Coldharbour Lane, near the Kentucky, coming down one Sunday morning. A little guy used to come in the shop where I used to work. Never forget this. He used to stop me and say, George, I used to like the way you deal with me. So I said, what do you mean? You used to deal with me nice. I used to like coming to you because you deal with me respectable.
Yes.
A little kid, you know, he turned big man and the guy was telling me.
So important to have
You know, I was kind of surprised, you know.
Be respectful.
He said, George, I respect the way you dealt with me, man, and treat me.
Yeah.
I said, always come back to your shop. And you never cheated me and nothing, you know.
Yeah.
And I said, thank you very much for thinking, you know. I ain't seen him for quite a while now, but I thought, you know.
And that's the other thing as well, isn't it? You could again, that's what I love about Brixton. You could be bring up here, you're brought up here, you leave, you come back, and there'd be someone that if you live, will remember you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You,
Well,
you
me
walk
pers-
in them and they will call you out. You're like, oh, who's that? And then they'll know you. They'll like, remember you. They'll know
Me
your
personal,
family.
Mackie, I can't go to Brixton and I get a one hello.
No, no, can I?
No way. That's impossible.
And the thing is, people that know me think I'm really famous. I'm like, this is not.
know?
This happens to everybody in Brixton. We all go through
It's
this.
impossible, darling, for me to walk out of Brixton and get a one hello. Something wrong. Serious, something wrong. And it's all you live
Everybody
with,
dead.
It's all you get on with people. And respect people. Is not everybody going to love you? Some pretend they love you and some pretend that they're with you, but you just go along with the flow. Because you can't judge. And judge not. But I'm just saying, I can't get a Brixton and get a one hello with people and, you know, get a little hug and a little talk. And that's good enough for me, darling. And that shows the way you live with people. Innit? If you're fuckery, people ain't going to really deal with you, are you? You got no manners. Who's going to deal with you, really? And you're rude. Who's going to really deal with you? Come on, I'm not going to deal with a rude person. Would you? Eh? And up to this day, people out of Brixton see me and we talk.
And you know what? I think that's what I love about Brixton as well. It stands up to that kind of thing, isn't it? It's not. We don't like wickedness or rudeness or anything like that. We're not into that.
We're talking about our generation. Our generation is different compared to now.
Yeah.
You know?
We're not into that wickedness. Manners is what make a man.
No, in our generation, when you get along with people and people was nice, people was willing to help you. Now, people scared of people. You know? And it's a bit sad. Compared to, you know, Brixton's a lovely place to be. Regardless, people used to scorn it. I find it's lovely. Anything you want to get it out there, mate. Anything you want. It's there for you.
It caters for all.
Yeah. Brixton's a nice place, darling. That's all I've got to say. It's a lovely place to be, and I'm glad I'm living in Brixton.
Yeah, so what was the subject, topic matters people were talking about on the microphone?
Well, I took the reality, you know, things were happening in life. They talk about it. Half of the time it's reality. They talk about what was going on in the world, you know.
I'll tell you, let's give an example. So remember when we was going through stop and search period?
Yeah. Ooh,
When this
vicious,
Smiley
man.
Culture came out with Police.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
That tune was bad because he was talking about
Yeah, it's true.
what was going on that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, or I remember Ricky Lorna doing £7 million robbery. The
Yeah.
robbery was on Friday. She was chatting about it on Saturday. Or you can have, so it's always topical. It's always, you can always know what was going on.
And they used to have the SPG van. Remember the SPG van?
Come on, man.
Used to go around nicking people.
Come on. Yeah?
Eh?
And the man would chat that on the microphone
Yeah.
as well.
I think Ricky did a version of that as well, the SPG.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right, man.
It was fun them days, man. Fun. You know?
Yeah.
It was fun. People was real and we was together.
It's also comedy as well, because it isn't just all serious as well, was it? Because there was, I remember Champion did the alphabet. Do you remember the alphabet?
Yeah.
When he did that lyrics from A to Z and then back again, that was a classic.
Yeah.
That went down. If I can find that copy, I'd be happy, because that was magical, man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Georgie, man, give me a cuddle, brother.
I can tell you how nice love start, you know.
You can tell me how nice enough start them.
Roll it.
Roll it.
After Nasser Love kind of fade away, we left it for a couple of weeks and months. So we said, let's just have another go. And we started with H. Bell, Robert Allen. We had a good crew. The old Nasser Rockers crew was there. We had a man like H. Bell, Robert Allen, who passed away, sorry to say, was in Nasser Love's son. But the man who called it Nasser Love was Robert Allen. He's the one that responds for Nasser Love's sound. He said, let's call it Nasser Love. So we said, yeah, that sounds good, and we call it Nasser Love. Because you used to have a son in Jamaica named Stone Love. So we base off of that sound and call it Nasser Love in England. We used to play like Stone Love. You know, and we had a wicked team. No sound could really work.
What's the team again? What was the team?
What do you mean, the guys?
Yeah, it was. How many's in the team?
There was me, Hanju. Them time I think Ricky was around them time. It was Robert Allen, H. Bell. A few guys was there, you know, Big Dread, Slim Jim, you know.
Classic names, man.
Remember Slim Jim? Slim Jim was also a wicked selector too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explain what a selector is.
Selector is the man that pick the record out the box, pass it to the operator, which is Wild Animal, Andrew.
Yeah.
Put it on, and you have the MC, which is Ricky Rankin, and you chat.
Yeah.
And there you go, free, you know? Yeah, man.
So how many man could go on one track?
What do you mean one track?
So I used to see my man would just rewind the track now, and the next man would come on top.
Yeah,
of
yeah, if watch rewind and then that DJ come in and chat for him, officer.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, man. Nasala was a wicked sound, Mikey.
How long did it go on for?
It went for a long while. It was an unbeatable look of sound, man. Me telling everybody that. And we never get bossed by radio. You know, you have to get the radar man and
Yeah.
me and Years used to go to the tube station, Brixton tube station, stand up out there and hand out flyers to people. And things come to pass. Look out there now, so much people out there giving out flyers.
Yeah.
You understand? We was the first to go out there. And that's why I look at the big thing on the pat in the back. We used to go out and give out flyers.
So you're the promoters as well.
Yeah, we used to promote.
And who's designing your flyers?
H. Bell.
So he was okay. So now we're getting the roles now. Okay, so H. Bill, he did the what? He did the he did the flyer.
It was the flyer man. He made the flyer. He made the flyer. He used to go clear print them days when clear print.
Yes, yes, I remember.
Yeah. Yes, but the man that responds for that.
So he was, and then you had a man that would string up the box.
Yeah.
Right. Then he had the selector.
Yeah.
He gets the music.
Yeah.
Passes it to the DJ.
I used to select early years as Nasty Rockers, but bringing Slim Jim.
Okay.
From then, because I was good for a backup man.
As a backup, it sounds like F1 driving. But let me ask you a question then. So what makes a good selector then? It's by him. It's by how he deals with the crowd, right?
Yeah, it's how you play the record, man. You know, how you play the tune, innit? Someone born to be selector and someone don't.
Some don't.
Simple.
Yeah.
Slim Jim born to be a selector, I'm good.
So he can make a party ride nice.
Yeah, he can make a party move, man. He know how to do things, you know? He know what I do. When him do this thing, yeah, you know, you no problem. What thing, you know, what him do, man, like that? You no problem. You know?
Yeah, brilliant.
But yes, Bell was good.
And what's H. Bell? He's the designer.
Yeah, he makes some nice flyers, man. Me and used to go to the tube station them days and give out cards, man. Flyers, you know?
I remember
I'm Boss Nasty Love.
That was his job, to bring the people in.
Yeah, I'm Boss Nasty Love.
Yeah.
Can't tell Mr. George, the more card you print,
the more likely you're going to get people.
there you go. And every 100 you get, or every 100 you might give out, two people might come
Remember that?
Two people might come off of the 100 you give.
Yeah.
So you got
to give 1,000.
give out whole heap,
Yeah.
and that's how things work.
Yeah.
You don't print 50 cards and give out. It don't make no sense. the more card, the better off. Because every 100 you might give out, 4 people might come off of that 100.
You getting this?
4 people might come off of that 100. 2 might come off it, or 1. So the more you ram down their throat, you're better off. You know?
And what happens is, if you give out enough flyers, right? You go to the next man's yard and you see that flyer.
You know the dance promote?
Yeah.
You know the dance promote?
Yeah.
And when you give a man a post, I say, boy, I'm going to get one already, man.
Yeah.
You know, so that well.
So when you say to a bridge, where you going tonight, if you ain't got the flyer, you be like, you don't know nothing. You know what I mean? And then you go with that flyer in, so everyone's got their flyer to make it sound like, and you collect them.
When we used to have Nasty Love Sound, you know, man used to come in the record shop, you know, as a base, to kind of find out where the dance is. You understand? They used to come and ask me where it is, because they know where to find me. So they used to come and say, George, where you playing tonight? I'll tell them. Certain man used to come in there and ask me where you playing tonight, you know. And from I said Brixton, you know. Them cancer theme dance. You understand? When it's your time, darling. Simple as that. And it was our time. Someone said, well, I'm not rub up against Nasty Love. It don't make no sense. It was our time, so them cancer theme dance.
Yeah. So if they've got a dance in Brixton, it doesn't make no sense going to anywhere else. Because everyone's going to go to there.
When it's our time, it's your time. Simple as that. So let's lower we go and we do what we have to do. You know? I've had a good time with a kid growing up, man, in the music business. And I'm not rich. I don't have a big house or a big car, but I had a good life, and I'm happy. I met people along the way. I met Mikey along the way, and we're still friends. And thousands of other people at the road. And we're still friends and remain friends. That's good enough for me, and that's my richness in life. You understand?
That's right.
Simple.
We don't get the one hello in Brixton, brother.
If I don't get a one hello in Brixton, something wrong. You know? Sometimes people say hello to me, George, and I wonder who the hell that is. You know? And there's a saying, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, like the other man was coming home early in the morning, and a guy see me, he said, George, beg your thing now. I said, not now, Ron, not this moment. And I said, who the bloody hell that is? But he knows me, but I can't remember him. You see what I'm trying to say? It's how you live with people, darling, you get respect from people. Respect costs nothing. Treat people the right way. You understand? And you be all right with people. You understand? Yeah. Brixton's a nice place to be, darling. Oh, what they're saying about Brixton and the white men, foolish talk. People is people, no matter where you go. And plus Brixton belongs to the government. Innit? It belongs to God.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Brixton is a nice place to be, Mikey.
I love it.
You know? And I met
Brixton.
some good people. And we still remain friends. Mikey is one, and many more out there. And I met you, Charlotte, Brixton, innit? There you go. You know? It's a nice place, darling. Don't anybody put you off Brixton. I've lived here all my life, and I would never live nowhere else but Brixton. You know? Nowhere. Back in the early days, it was fun to be. It was really nice. You know? People were really together. And the party and the going out was really good. It was a nice atmosphere. Now it's all gone.
It's gone.
But things have to change, innit? Maybe for the better, for the worse, I don't know, but things have to change. And it changed. But I'm glad I was around to catch a little of the fun. You know? I was glad.
Hey, you look good on it, brother.
You know, now it's just dog eat dog, man. You know? Dog eat dog business going on now.